to Milcom and other deities that King Solomon, when deviating from true worship toward the close of his reign, built high places. 1 11. 4, 5, 7, 33. 2 23. 13. Semelech. Mildew. Generally, any of numerous plant diseases caused by fungi. The ruining of crops by mildew was one of the calamities experienced by unfaithful Israel. De 28. 22. 1 8. 37-39. 2 ch 6. 28-30. Am 4. 9. Hag 2. 17. It has been suggested that the mildew of the Bible may be black stem rust Puccinia gramineans. This serious parasitic disease deprives plants of needed nourishment and water and thus can cause the kernels of grain to dry up. Small rust-colored spots appear on the stems and leaves of attacked cereal plants. Mildness. A New Testament Word Book, by William Barclay, says of the adjective pyramidal.ys. In classical Greek this is a lovely word. Of things it means gentle. It is used, for instance, of a gentle breeze or a gentle voice. Of persons it means mild or gracious. There is gentleness in prowess, but behind the gentleness there is the strength of steel. It is not a spineless gentleness, a sentimental fondness, a passive quietism. London, 1956, pages 103, 104. Vy's Expository Dictionary of Old and New Testament Words states that the noun form pyramidal.ytes consists not in a person's outward behavior only, nor yet in his relations to his fellow men, as little in his mere natural disposition. Rather it is an inwrought grace of the soul, and the exercises of it are first and chiefly towards God. It is that temper of spirit in which we accept his dealings with us as good, and therefore without disputing or resisting. It is closely linked with the word tapenephros and overline humility, and follows directly upon it. 1981, Volume 3, pages 55, 56. The word pyramidal.ys is variously translated in Bible versions meek, mild, mild-tempered, and gentle. KJ, as, NW, NE. However, as expressed in Barclay's work quoted in the foregoing, pyramidal.ys goes somewhat deeper than gentleness and, when used of persons, means mild, gracious. Although Jehovah is one who will not tolerate sin and badness, he has lovingly provided the way of approach to himself through the ransom sacrifice and priestly services of Jesus Christ. Jehovah's worshippers and servants can therefore seek his face without any feeling of morbid fear and dread. Heb 4. 16. 10. 19-22. 1 Joe 4. 17, 18. Jesus represented Jehovah God so perfectly that no text to acute miritra longo. Mildness 400. Unbalanced or caused to lose his good sense. Lack of mildness of temper is the result of insecurity, frustration, lack of faith and hope, and even desperation. A person who is not mild-tempered is described by the proverb as a city broken through, without a wall, is the man that has no restraint for his spirit. PR 25. 28. He is open and vulnerable to the invasion of any and all improper thoughts, which may motivate him to improper actions. A fruit of the Spirit. Mildness is a fruit of God's Holy Spirit, his active force. 5. 22, 23. God is therefore the source of mildness, and one must apply to him for his spirit and must cultivate this fruit of the Spirit to have genuine mildness of temper. Hence, it is not acquired by the exercise of sheer willpower, but results from drawing close to God. Lack of mildness results in undue excitability, harshness, lack of self-control, and fights. On the other hand, the Christian is counseled to preserve unity and peace by lowliness of mind and mildness. F4. 1-3. Jealousy and contention, if allowed to take root and grow, will lead to disorders of every sort. Mildness, on the other hand, will prevent such conditions from developing among the followers of Christ. Hence, the Bible writer James urges those who are wise and understanding in the congregation to display fine conduct in the form of mildness that belongs to wisdom, the wisdom from above. Just 3. 13:17. Mildness, in the Bible, is frequently coupled with spirit, for example, mildness of spirit, or mild spirit. Genuine mildness is, accordingly, something that is more than an outward, transitory or occasional quality. Rather, it is a part of one's makeup, or temperament. The Apostle Peter points out this fact when he says, "And do not let your adornment be that of the external braiding of the hair and of the putting on of gold ornaments or the wearing of outer garments, but let it be the secret person of the heart in the incorruptible apparel of the quiet and mild spirit, which is of great value in the eyes of God." 1 Peter 3:4. The Apostle Paul writes, "Clothe yourselves with mildness," which, superficially read, might seem to indicate that it is somewhat of a veneer for mere outward appearance. But in the same context he admonishes, "Clothe yourselves with the new personality,